I am tired as all get out, but I made a commitment that I am going to be true to shooting videos each day, chronicling my life, and this is more so for me than anybody else. In fact, I told a couple people about it, but I'm actually gonna kind of hide it in plain sight. I'm not gonna really share with anybody about the channel. I'm just gonna post. This is for me to go back and look back on to help me to get where I need to go mentally. I'm sitting here watching Kingdom Come, and when Whoopi called her husband Surly, I think back to some of the same principles that I'm watching in this movie. I was under some of the same principles. A lot of people, including my children, feel that I have negative energy and I'm negative and all that stuff, and I very well could be. But the part that I'm working to get past is that I was used to be always the positive one that tried to motivate everyone, lift everybody up, and be positive all the time. But somewhere along the line, I lost all that was taken from me. It's kind of difficult when everything that you do and say is scrutinized. Before I can even do it, it's in the mouth and out the house. I can't think of anything that I've done within this when I had a family that was ever looked upon as a positive aspect. It may have said something positive that day, but at the end of the day, as far to me, and I would hear how proud our people were of me and how highly they spoke of me, but it's totally different when they came inside the house. I was torn down, and when you gotta go to the point where you absolutely have no life at all, and your computer is tracked, and your car has a tracking device on it, and you got cameras throughout the house, and if you say something, it's taken and talked about to everybody. No sense of self, no, not like everything that ever mattered to me was taken from me, or made to seem like it wasn't. I didn't accomplish anything. It's just so many stories that I think about, and the fact that I absolutely hate that it plagues in my head now. I don't even know why, but it's probably because when it was happening, I didn't deal with it, and so now it comes back and busts me in the face. I think about being told things, and then the next breath, I didn't say that. Made me think that I was crazy, because after a while, when you keep having a conversation with somebody and you heard it, you participated in it, then you go back and discuss it or attempt to, and they say, "Oh, I didn't say that. Oh, that's not the way it was." I had a situation where me and the mister were separated, and we were apart for a short period of time. And when he came back home, he sat and argued me down about a credit card, about gas that he put in his truck, and asked me if I had his credit card, and blamed me for it pretty much. I had no connection to it. I mean, what I went through when he was the one who actually had done it. I just don't understand. And my friends have tried to explain it to me, but I just don't understand when you have somebody that you rode for so hard, and they did everything they could to destroy you in every step of the way. I don't understand that. Why someone would be out just doing the most, and then would come back and make somebody that they claim that they love. Why would they do that? I mean, the mother of your children, who, when you couldn't do for yourself, when you were sick, I held them down, and I struggle with that, and I guess that's what PTSD is all about. I guess that's what people who went to Vietnam years and years ago still suffer with the after effects of it. So maybe I guess that's normal when you have such trauma to the brain or trauma to the heart. You just, I wonder, it plagues me to wonder if I'm ever, ever, ever gonna be okay, because it's so much. It's so much. It's so many days that I've put up with so much and tried to drink it away and take pills away and go to sleep, and I've done so many things to just try to kill myself, and I still kept waking up, and that's what makes it so difficult. And I'm gonna chronicle it. I'm going to, and one day when God calls me home, I'll make sure that I have it written where they can go back and look at videos to see who I was, because as a result of decisions that have been made, my family is torn apart. And I fought and rode for everyone so that I could have a family. And I mean, they still hold the title of a family, but we are not in any way, size, shape, or form close. We barely speak, and it's very, very disheartening. It's difficult to deal with from time to time, but like my mother raised me, she said, "Don't never want anyone who doesn't want you. Don't never push yourself someplace where you're not wanted." And I think about my kids a lot, but I'm not. And it's one in particular, but I'm not. I'm not pushing myself any place where I'm not wanted. I have been told in so many ways, by action, just kind of the way it is. And I'll talk about that on another day. I don't want to actually go into it today, but one day I may be gone. And when I am, because sometimes I don't feel good. So hopefully if somebody, when they find this in plain sight, they'll see that I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand a lot of stuff. I don't understand how you can have a mother and a father, and then another woman comes into play, and you ride hard for this woman who came from, I'll talk about that another day too, where she came from, but everybody's rallying around and she's the best thing since sliced bread, and oh, we got to go to the cabin, and we got to go here, and we got to go on retreats together, and we got to come to town and hang out, and it's just so wonderful. But the person who actually sat and went through all the hell to hold it together is like, oh my God, this is the worst. I really, really, really don't understand. I don't get it, but it's probably not for me to get. But it's a lot of layers that on this onion that I'm going to peel back. And I'm going to be very clear and precise. And when it's finally, when my page is found, anybody whose feelings are hurt, I'm sorry. Because ain't nobody ever cared about my feelings in no way, size, shape, or form. And this is a struggle for me. Not because I want to go back at all, but it's just because I don't understand why people claim to love you and then just do you so dirty. I don't get that. I really, really don't understand it. So I want to write a book, but right now I'm a videotape a book. And then one day, hopefully it'll be put into words for people to read, because there's so much to this little lady right here. And I'm going to share it until the day I die. Pleasant dreams.